The class of our society which is influenced by Gandhi Sahib, that class is the cream of our society. These are educated people, modern and civilized mind, influential and well-off people. In this situation, how do you say that no one in our society is confused by him or he is not addressing common people, Muslims of our society?
जी, पहले तो मेरा ये तसव्वुर ही मुख्तलिफ है कि सोसाइटी की क्रीम क्या होती है। मैं तो उसको सोसाइटी की क्रीम नहीं मानता जो
First
सोसाइटी
of
का
all,
गुल है।
whatever you have said is neither my idea nor I believe that this segment of society is the cream of society. The people who are pointing their fingers on our society like outsiders might be living here physically but not mentally. Mentally, they are living outside this society, somewhere else, and are criticizing their own society where they have born, keeping in their mind the ideas and viewpoints of outsiders, as well as secularism is concerned. You know that in Western countries, in the beginning, the people who came forward into this system were religious. Same way in our society, the people who are known as modern are basically religious. Even though this is debatable that what the actual meaning of the term modern mind is. Just for instance, when Gandhi Sahib used to say that I am addressing modern people, I used to reply that when a Hindu priest comes to the US from India, he gathers a lot of audience there in the US. Same way when a Chinese Baksu comes to Europe, he makes a lot of believers there. This is what modern people are and this they do. So Gandhi Sahib used to be unhappy and got embarrassed after hearing my ideas about modern people because these were little different from his ideas about modern people. You can't generalize or customize the man of today too much. Suppose if you say that people of a specific region are civilized or modern people and suppose their own ideas about themselves and about modernism are different, then your concept and their concept about the same thing would be quite different.
ये तो हर ज़माने में हर जदीद कदीम हो जाता है, कदीम हो जाएगा। और वो हर जो बात आज आप हाल कह रहे हैं वो कल का माजी है। तो ये बात नहीं कहनी चाहिए एक तो। दूसरी बात ये है कि गांधी साहब ने, मेरा ये ख्याल है कि हमें हमेशा लोगों की बड़ी तादाद को, अवामुन नास को ज़हन में रखना चाहिए। ये लोग अपने आप को उसी वक्त बदलते हैं जब अवामुन नास बदल जाते हैं।
And the second thing is that the word modern itself is changed with the time. The thing which is modern today will be considered as old tomorrow. That is why this term is not appropriate according to my opinion, as whatever we are saying today will become part of past tomorrow. That is why we shouldn't say anything in this context. One more thing. The segment of society whom Gandhi Sahib has influenced. This segment is somewhat successful and established in worldly things and efforts. But if you say that we have a segment of society who has changed its lifestyle and beliefs after accepting Gandhi Sahib's preaching and under his influence, I don't believe that this type of segment anywhere exists or has any association with Gandhi Sahib. The people who have changed their lifestyles and believe were associated with Sufis, or at least with the people who were humble and down to the earth and their living standards were simple and who used to share with the common people their sorrows and pain. For instance, I remember when I was attached to Gandhi Sahib, all the religious personalities who had died, I participated in their funeral, but Gandhi Sahib didn't. He didn't go there at all. That's why I used to feel ashamed and embarrassed when I found myself alone and disconnected there. Neither of my companions attended such kind of funeral ceremonies.
तो इस तरह से मुझे भी उनसे मोहब्बत पैदा हुई और फिर मेरे बहुत सारे सवालात ऐसे, क्योंकि आप इतना अरसा उनके साथ वाबस्ता रहे।
The place in which Gandhi Sahib is standing today and the way he is addressing the youth and the public, and the image of religion which he is presenting, and in this complete scenario some people, especially traditional people, look up on Gandhi Sahib with applause. How do you see all this scenario as a viewer?
के घर के आदमी होकर के तनकीद कर रहे हो, यूं लगता है जैसे बाहर बैठा हुआ कोई आदमी मजाक उड़ा रहा हो कि देखो इस घर के लोग ऐसे हैं, ये बड़े गंदे रहते हैं, ये बड़े गलीज हैं।
I felt that my companions have no connection with these ulmas. They don't share their pain and sorrows. I have the same point of view as my companions do, but I have a relationship with them at least on humanitarian basis. That's why they tolerate me, even though they know that we have different opinions, and they still tolerate my opinions, which I adopted from Gandhi Sahib, even though they don't like it. Why do they listen to me but they don't listen to Gandhi Sahib? The reason is that they have a connection with me on a humanitarian basis, but they don't have any relation with Gandhi Sahib. This is what commonly believe, that the well-off people who have captured and are using most of our resources are dignified people of our society. So if they are dignified on the basis of money, then the people who have captured our media and our leftists should also be considered dignified. Even though they hardly believe in God, so should we decide everything on the basis of money? I don't think this is the right point of view to say that some have a prominent position in society, so we should value his opinion in religious matters, or our whole narrative or our chemistry should be changed according to their opinion. I think we should keep the common people in our minds, because the so-called dignified people mostly change their opinion when they see that most of the common people are against their viewpoint.
हमारा दर्द है और आपका एक खास पस मंजर है, तो सोसाइटी फिर आपको वो वाली मार्जिन्स नहीं देगी जो उसने एक आर्टिस्ट को देने।